Welcome back. A day ahead of Remembrance Day, we have former Canadian peacekeeper Scott Casey returning to the show after writing this book, penning this book called Ghostkeepers, his own personal account of time overseas as a Canadian peacekeeper, or so he thought that would be his duty. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Susan.
This book has been out for 2 months, and I understand it's being received very well.
Yeah, considering I was just hoping to get it published, it's doing very well. It's #1 in a couple of spots now. I'm thrilled, absolutely thrilled.
I'm glad to hear that. So congratulations. I know you put a lot of work into this book. The inspiration behind it, I would love to hear.
Well, the inspiration behind it was I wanted the story to be told for my friends that aren't with us anymore and those who are still here. And they've lived with the legacy of that tour. So it was initially a memoir, but yeah, as I built it, it was a good story to tell for Canadians.
The setting is former Yugoslavia in the early 90s. You were
Correct.
sent as a peacekeeping mission, and it turned out it was not about peacekeeping as nearly as much as you thought.
Yeah, exactly. And like I say on the cover, we went well beyond the rules because the rules would get you killed. So it wasn't your traditional peacekeeping mission in Cyprus, you know, where tourists would come and get their pictures taken with you. It was full-on craziness every day. So for 7 months.
So living in horror for 7 months.
Yeah, I mean, there was lots of days where there was boredom, of course, but
yes.
you know, as they say, 90% boredom and 10% terror. So.
But that 10% terror
made up for it, absolutely.
Has absolutely changed your life. You came home with post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD.
That's correct, yeah.
Where are you now?
Oh, I'm living with it. I mean, it's never going to go away, but it's something that you can live with. It's like a broken limb, you know. You can repair it. It'll never be the same, but you can definitely carry on and live a full life. So that's what I'm doing.
In writing this book, what is the message that you want people to hear?
The biggest message right now is I want Canadians to think about what they're doing when they agree with or disagree with our politicians when they send Canadian soldiers into harm's way, especially under the guise of peacekeeping. Is
it still going on?
Absolutely. Right now, they're setting up troops to go into Mali, I believe it is, and very concerning. At least now, the troops are outfitted with premium equipment, unlike us, where basically what we had was a 19-year-old soldier and a 21-year-old rifle was our best equipment.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you lose a lot of friends over there?
I lost 1 over there. I've lost 12 since I've been home, to the war at home, through suicide.
Is that right? 12?
12, yeah. It's 30% of my company. It's pretty staggering when you think about that.
All 12 of them died by suicide?
Correct.
That's very disturbing.
Very.
What would you tell someone looking to enlist?
Pay attention and always try and do your best and put your best effort into everything and just retain the information because at some point it will save your life.
Do you think that people who join the Army on any level have their eyes wide open? Do you think that they know what they're getting into? Did you?
I had a pretty good idea, but again, it changes up under the situations too. So I think there are some people that go in with the wool over their eyes, not knowing what to fully expect. And it's tough on them, and you can watch them crumble easily if you pay attention. So, yeah.
I think there's a ton of honor in choosing to do something to, help your country, but it's when it sounds as though for you, your experience was you were under the guise of one mission and it turned out to be something very different, and that's where the problem lies.
Right. I mean, we knew that we weren't going into, Disneyland. We knew it was going to be haywire when we got there. We just didn't know to the level how bad it was going to be. And once we got there, it was horrific. Yeah.
Do you have any regrets?
No regrets. I don't want to get into that too much. People can read the book.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's focus on tomorrow. Remembrance Day service is being held both in Kamloops, Logan Lake, many of the communities around here. You're going to be at the Logan Lake service.
I am.
Let's hear about that.
It's a small community just south of here, about 75 kilometers. I've been there a couple of years running now, and for the size of the town, we have an overwhelming turnout. It's really nice to see.
Veterans, both young and old.
Young and old.
When I say young, I mean you. But nice to see different ages coming out, and I certainly am sure it will be well attended, just as the one in Kamloops is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the one here in Kamloops is phenomenal as well. It's I'm really humbled by how many people come out and remember those who have given their lives for us.
Well,
Absolutely.
it's a thrill to have you on the show, and I'm honored to have you here. I also want to mention that Scott is going to be at Chapters on Saturday for a book signing, which begins at 1 o'clock, and you have an opportunity to get his book there. He can sign a copy for you. You can have a conversation with Scott. Is there anything else that you want to mention that I haven't asked you?
No, I think you've covered it all,
Yeah,
Susan.
good.
I'm looking forward to seeing people come out on Saturday if they're interested in purchasing the book. We'll, like you say, be at Chapters at 1.
Yeah, this is a great book. Ghostkeepers is what it's called. It's a very telling story. If you would like to get a copy of this, of course, at Chapters, as well as many places online, and those websites are, of course, on the screen right now. Scott, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Susan.
All right, quick break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.